Hello and welcome. It's me, Greg Whitehouse,
and Jonathan Rudland here, commentating on the Bedford Rangers versus Bedford Mighty Eagles Ladies Knit Pinnock Cup game.
The game is going to be setting underway very soon, and it's underway. We'll kind of start the team line-up as we start the first game.
So for Bedford Rangers, you've got Laura Burrows, Ellie Space, Emily Stephenson, Seymour, Rachel Montford and Meg Shine.
And for the Eagles girls, Sarah Town, Beth Dix, Charlotte Josiah, Jo Horwood, Maisie Waldron and Gemini Mawson. So the Rangers girls currently with 4 balls here. The 1 ball being held by Gemini Mawson and Jo Horwood takes the first catch of the game. And a nice block from Rachel.
Bedford Rangers girls getting the first possession of 5 balls.
A nice 3, not hitting anyone in that go throws, but now with the 2, Rachel and Emily with the 2 blocking. I lost control of the ball there.
Emily Stephenson there, being the 4th player out for the Rangers in this first game. Some nice counter throwing there from Bedford Eagles, disrupting the timing of the throws there from the Rangers girls. The double running counter tried there, but Beth Dix held. Charlotte released, but no hit made.
Some good pressure
catch there by Charlotte.
Good catch there. C left in now. And a hit there.
Tamas was called a hit.
Tamas, the head ref here, and Simon Jones also reffing in centre. So the Eagles.
Simon Parsons there.
Simon Parsons, what did I say?
Simon Jones.
Simon Jones isn't here. And Eagles take the first point. So a slow first game in terms of Eagles' normal style of play. They're normally like quite quick off the start.
I think the floor may be playing a bit of an influence here tonight. It's quite slippy from the girls' warm-up.
But our girls are used to that week in, week out. I guess that's the home advantage.
Yep, which is well played there by the Rangers girls. Oh, Meg Shine there.
She's gone to catch the ball off her block. I think there was a bit of an unclear rule there. I don't think if you saw that. Oh, a drop there from Charlotte.
Charlotte being quite aggressive there with her catching, which is nice to see. 2-ball attack there. Emily dodging out the way quite successfully.
And the play ball gets called 3. Have to be thrown here from the play ball call.
The Bedford Rangers girls are getting back well, but again, another player out for them.
I think they were a bit unsure there on how many they had to throw, but so 2 go out. Like I said, I think where Sarah slipped on the start, she should have progressed past the attack line. I'm not sure if that was clear on that, but I'm pretty sure then the middle ball should go the either way.
That's correct. Double block there by Laura Burrows.
So all 3 have to be thrown here. So 2 balls for the Rangers girls. Emily drops hers. Laura and nice
Emily
dodging.
showing some great dodging there in the middle, being put under pressure by the Bedford girls.
Yep. Ex-international Emily Stevenson.
Beth
and
Dix
there. Beth Dix.
So unfortunately, she's blocked the ball onto herself there.
Yep.
Needs to be a bit more aggressive.
Oh.
Good catch there by Maisie.
Yep.
Means Charlotte can come back onto the court. So Bedford Rangers girls got 2 girls left on court to Bedford's 5. Standing counter there by Gemini, but C has thrown through that and made the hit on Gemini as well.
Yep. So play ball gets called here. She's got 5 seconds. Great counter there.
And that's 2-0 to the Bedford Eagles girls.
Like I said before, at the end of that game, bit of a slow start on the Eagles. Normally they like to get off at quite fast pace. Rangers kind of holding them up. I think they're trying to play their game and go quite defensive from what I've seen at the moment. But
looks like there's 3 minutes remaining on the clock for this first quarter.
Yep. And that time Sarah gets the quick start. And Gemini and Charlotte throw their balls from the start and take Emily Stevenson out.
Again, the standing counter disrupting the Bedford Rangers Eagles throwing there. I think as the game goes on there, they may be able to pick up a few more catches from the single ball throws. Ball boy calling for a player out there, but the referee has not seen it and not given it.
Unfortunately, he's not the ref, he's only the ball boy. And a good block there from Meg.
Just staying on the court there, just working really well on that tight corner. Great catch by Charlotte, and the running counter.
There should be a lot more cover in there coming on the way back.
Another standing counter and a catch from Maisie there, but she's gone out as well, so catching out.
Yeah. So,
running counter from Beth Dix there, again making a direct hit, and both players have been called out, so that's another point to Bedford Eagles girls.
So Eagles go 3 up, 1 minute 32 left here. I guess this is kind of everyone hoped for an underdog story in this. Rangers girls in DNL 1 South just finished second. Well, not finished second just yet. Still a week to play. Eagles have just won their 3rd or 4th consecutive DPL.
4th consecutive DPL title, remaining unbeaten for all those 4 seasons, which is very impressive.
Very good form.
Or Emily's been called line there, or no, Rachel's been called line there.
A shot there. And Laura hitting Joe on the run back. She's running completely the wrong way and not really sure what she's done there. But
Bedford Rangers girls up for the first time in the game here.
Yeah.
Growing with confidence.
Michael Lincoln, the women's coach, telling the women to settle down. They've got 34 seconds left here.
Catch and out there from Charlotte.
Yeah.
So Bedford still have 4 girls on, and Bedford Rangers have 3 left.
3. Nearly hit there on the jump.
Strong throwing there by the Eagles girls.
Yeah, good throw, nice and together, nice and compact. That's what you've got to look for in the 5-ball. The single ball there, and the game finishes there. I think we was a bit late there on the start. So Eagles finished 4-0 after the first quarter. I guess Rangers could have looked at taking a point there if they settled down a bit.
Yeah, no, the Bedford Rangers girls have played really well so far, and getting used to the conditions of the court, but so far so good.
It is, like I said just a second ago, these ladies kind of are on the underdog story. A new club this year, our first year. Eagles, massive, one of the biggest names, I guess, in women's football, should we say. Women's football?
Women's football? It's definitely
oh no, how awful of me. Women's dodgeball, should I say. But, yeah. A very good first quarter. So 2 minutes rest time or break time before the quarter.
So who's been your standout player so far?
Rachel for she's only been, it sounds really weird, but she's only been playing, a month and a half into 3-ball. So this is her first 5-ball experience. She's got that good block. That's what we've kind of said to the girls. It sounds bad that against the Eagles girls, you've got to play defensive. I guess pushing that ball back, because like we said, we've seen in 5-ball many a times that if you block and the ball bounces and hits someone, you're out from that. They're looking obviously at changing that rule, but for now, that block has to be very defensive and into the ground. So for me, Rachel at the moment is a very good Rangers girl.
Yeah, I think Charlotte Josiah has played really well so far as well. Picked up lots of catches there,
Yep.
and hopefully we'll see that more in the second quarter.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's head back over to the game.
Well, like you just said, Charlotte, women's captain, of course, taking those catches in. She's showing her form in this game so far.
Again, Bedford winning that centre ball. And a double running counter there, but no hit made.
So, Rangers are catching out there for Joe Horwood. So the
score is 5-4 to Bedford. Made another hit there, they're down to 3. Beth picks up the catch there. Standing counter from Meg Shine. Pretty poor there.
Yeah, looking to kind of, I guess, disrupt the flow of play from the Eagles girls, but
That's one player left on the court there for the Rangers girls.
C's left. She's not normally a thrower, but so she's just got to make them valid here, I guess.
She looks like her landing just within a metre there of the players. This is the tough part of the 5-ball game here. A lot of our players are used to be able to roll that ball back and force the catch, but now, of course, our players can't do that.
That's it. So really, she's got to be looking at landing a metre there, and Gemini's just blocking them back. The one ball goes over to Charlotte. One ball for Joe also. So they're looking at making the counter here. And Beth takes the catch. So, Eagles go up another game. That's 5-0.
The Bedford girls are using 3 runners at the starts all the time there, nice and aggressive.
Bedford girls, they're both.
The Eagles girls, of course. Whereas the Rangers girls are using just 2.
Yeah. So, once again, that rule there, I don't think Thomas is quite probably clear on that rule that obviously the middle player should be advancing past the middle line.
That's something that was picked up in the tournament the other week. Players are looking like they're being quite strict.
Yeah.
Catch made there by Joe Horwood means Maisie can come back in after the hit.
Yep. I think Maisie went to make the catch there, caught unaware, I guess. That's what happens in 5-ball.
Bedford Rangers girls now down to 4.
Play ball once again called on the Rangers girls. 4 balls come forward. Maisie not making the catch. Maisie takes a walk.
Good high aggressive throw in there from the Rangers girls. Good to see. Two balls there on Meg Shine. Could not cope with the block there.
Yeah. I guess that's what you've got to be doing. You throw one against the person with the ball. Normally it's coming straight back at you on the block.
Yeah, that looks like what the Eagles girls are doing so far. It looks like it's been quite effective.
And Beth Dix goes fishing there for the catch. Unfortunately, not just making that.
Laura trying the standing counter there, but again has been hit out.
Yeah, hits one. Unfortunately, the second ball comes in and things are on her legs. Emily hit out also. So once again, we're back down to Rachel. So now Charlotte's here, standing wide on that.
And another catch.
The catch gets caught.
That's 6-0 now to the Bedford Eagles girls.
I think the Rangers girls have got to settle down a bit, because I think that's, if you start playing fast pace, that's where you play into the Eagles girls' hands. Michael having a quick word there. I think he's probably saying exactly what we're thinking, settle down a bit.
Yeah, Rangers girls have got to try and use this home advantage now and try and pull back some points before half time.
Yep.
Sarah winning the ball in the middle again at the start. Bedford with the 3 balls. Releases 2 and made the hit there on the knee.
Beth and Gemini take the 2 balls of the Eagles girls.
Gemini with a fake standing counter, then turning it into a running counter. Good to see her changing it up there and keeping it unpredictable.
Yep. I guess that's what you've got to do in five ball. You know, you keep to the same routine, and people start to read you a whole lot more.
Yeah, it's a great game where there's lots of variations on what you can do, and I think we're starting to really see from the UK teams experimenting with different things that they can do.
Yeah, like you just said, you know, the UK teams, as well as a lot of international teams, that five ball is opening a whole different book of tactics. You know, three ball, we've kind of got to that point where it's very much so one ball defend. You know, and that kind of is the winning formula. We saw that by minor tours there, but
good hit there from the Rangers girls.
Yeah, very
Gemini
much so.
reaching for that ball there, wanting that catch.
Oh, and the cross-court snipe from Joe Horwood hits Rachel there.
Leaving two Rangers players on the court against Bedford Rangers 4, Bedford Eagles 4. It's getting very confusing.
Yeah, the two Bedford teams.
It's good throwing there. Bedford girls staying wide and creating that angle for the throws.
So, Meg Shine now on the down.
Meg Shine there, just releasing the balls to give herself an opportunity to
Yep.
maybe counter. Standing counter there, and she's dodged the balls. Now 4 balls on Meg's side. This is again where she needs to be throwing.
This is where the fitness, I guess, comes into the five ball game. You know, you've got to throw, then you've got to throw again, and then you're probably going to have to throw again, where you're on the down and the play ball gets called.
Again, the play ball being only called when Meg's hesitating there.
Yeah.
But Bedford again with the running counter, just pulling Meg into making that hit. So that's now 7-0 to the Bedford Eagles girls. Just over a minute time left. Could be a nice short game here. Could Rangers pull a game back?
Yep. This is what they've got to do. You know, they've nearly done it at the end of the first quarter. They come close to winning that point. They've just got to settle down. They've got to play their style of play.
So they put the 2 balls out wide. And a good block by Laura. They've tried a bit of a running counter there, but again been forced back by Gemini's position. So it looks like there's 3 balls on their side with 2 balls in their hands, so they've got to release both balls that are in the players' hands. Hit there
And a
by
shot there. Laura dodges out the way of Beth Dix.
good throw there by Emily.
Yeah, good throw.
This is what we were looking for from Rangers here, getting that early hit. Bedford making the hit straight back there. 5 players left on each side. Not long left now. On 5 from the Rangers girls. And Sarah makes a catch there.
Sarah makes a catch, but takes the walk as well.
So it's 5 players to 4 for Bedford Eagles. And getting the hit on the whistle there. It's really good composure there from the Bedford Eagles girls, not panicking with the last few seconds left, and it's really good to see. Okay, so we've got half time now. So Greg, second half. Now it's 8-0 to Bedford Eagles. So how do you think the Rangers girls can come back in the second half?
I think they've just got to settle down. You know, I've said it a couple of times so far that, you know, they've got to play their game. You know, they let Eagles play their game, and that's where, you know, they're going to boss it. That's when they're just going to score points as quick as they can. You know, I think, like I just said, if they can slow it down, if they can make the valid throws and they can dodge out the way of the fast balls, then I think they can settle into a point, because that's what they really got to be looking for. I guess in five ball you're looking for momentum, and that's kind of where you start picking up points. It may be too late. We're not sure just yet, but.
Still a lot of dodgeball to be played.
Oh, of course. Don't get me wrong. If you know the old saying goes that if one team has scored 8 points in one half, why can't the other team do it in the next? It's the underdog story. Everyone wants it, but you know, like we said it earlier, the Eagles they're the women's DPL team, and they're looking strong out there. You know, Beth Dix has been out a bit of this season from what I've seen, but she's found her form in this game. She's playing well on the wings. any words from you, John?
Yeah, no, the Bedford Eagles girls are looking really strong, as expected, really, here, as we've talked about the difference in the league positions. The Bedford girls, again, not played too much 5-ball this year, but really looks like now the training that they've been putting in at training is really paying off, and hopefully the girls now can push on to the second half and really kind of look to almost double the points, which now I think Charlotte will be setting there in her team talk as the aim. They want to be heading for double points, maybe looking in for 16 points by the end there.
So, like we said, so if whatever team loses today, they'll be going into the plate, who I think will be playing London Storm or Wessex. That's the kind of losers. I will double check on where the winner will be going and who they'll be playing in the next round.
I think they go straight through to the final stage.
Oh, final stage. Oh, yeah, of course.
Not many women's teams entered this tournament this year, but I'm sure from next year we'll see this tournament, especially on the women's side, grow.
Yeah. Great catch there from Sarah. You know, a bit of a high ball there from Laura, but Sarah takes the jumping catch.
So Bedford Eagles girls going one player up quite early in this first game of the second half. High throw in there from Bedford girls, meaning Meg's just ducked out of the way of that. Good pressure from Beth there, forcing Meg back, not being able to collect that ball in the centre.
Yep. So. And there we go. We saw it, and we spoke about the block. Unlucky there from Rachel.
As a powerful throw in there, meaning Rachel's now dropped the blocked ball as well.
So the Rangers now have 2.
And they're asking for more communication from their team.
Yep.
Again, great standing counter there by the Bedford girls, really disrupting the Bedford Rangers flow there. Hit there on Emily's leg. Oh, it wasn't Emily, sorry. It was Ellie's leg. Oh, Charlotte just collecting that catch there from Meg. Almost slipped out of her hand. Gained possession just before it hit the floor. And a hit there in the head from the free ball attack from the Bedford girls, meaning, again, that's another point for the Bedford Eagles girls.
That's a new tactic that we're starting to see in this game, that when there are less players than balls, all balls are normally thrown, like we just saw there. Emily was the last player, and all 3 balls got thrown because she's not really going to come back from that. And if all balls do miss, then we see Emily on the comeback of balls.
Gemini with a quick start there, getting Meg out straight away.
Yep.
One ball throw there from Laura Burrows.
A nice waste.
Amazing.
Good one ball waste there. Oh. And a good throw there. In an exchange of players going in and out.
It's a good countering dodgeball there coming from both sides.
So.
Running counter from Bedford there, going for different plays, changing it up again.
I guess this is the Nick Pinnock Cup is a good way to try out new tactics in 5-ball, with the season going to 5-ball next year. I guess it's a good start from here. That it's nice to see 5-ball starting to creep into the UK scene.
Yeah, it's something that I want to see more and more, and hopefully with nationals being 5-ball as well, will allow the teams to practice, and hopefully come European Championships, all the home nation teams really have got enough experience to be able to hopefully again dominate the European Championships as they normally do.
Yep.
We know teams such as Austria and Italy have been playing 5-ball for a little bit longer than us.
Yep.
So it's going to be a really interesting European Championships. Balls have hit, but they're still live until they hit the floor there.
Exactly. I think girls, they kind of put their heads down and hope for the best, but
Joe just being controlled there, the Bedford Eagles girls. communicating, making sure that they put themselves in the best possible position for a double running counter, which pays off there.
Nice pressure. Eagles now go 10 up with about just under 4 minutes left of this.
Just to confirm, there are 6 players on
There
court
are
there.
not 8 there.
Bedford Rangers girls really pushing themselves now, really desperate to get at least a point on the board
Exactly.
here.
Oh, Rachel just missing that catch there.
Bedford timing a bit out there, 2 hits, but again, they're resetting and making sure this throw is timed well. Unfortunately, no hit there.
They've gone for the standing on Beth Dix there. Dodges out the way of 2 there.
Referee has called hit there from the blocks ball. Running counter from Laura, bit wild there, just creeping over the net. But again, good idea there and nice aggressive play. Standing counter there from Jeremy, but Megan making the hit there on Maisie.
Just as she was about to secure the ball as well. Unlucky on Maisie there.
Again, standing counter there on Laura.
And C goes fishing for the 1 ball, not making it there.
Again, Megan, one of the last players left on court, been in this position a few times. Again, having to throw. Again, Bedford finishing it off with a double running counter. Meg's really unsure there whether she wants to be throwing from deeper to give her opportunities to get back, or to throw a little bit more aggressive from that centre zone.
Yeah,
again, it kind of questions the player, or puts the question into the player's head. What do they do in that situation?
Yeah.
What do you do, Greg?
What do I do? I'm not one of the best throwers. I guess I probably would throw from deep. I'd probably be taking 2 balls with me anyway. You know, it's one of those tactics that isn't used as much as it should be, because, you know, as soon as that play ball is called, you've then got to run back from, I guess, a deeper position now on the extended courts. So you should be taking that 2 balls with you, forcing the first throw, and then holding that second one, and that guess giving you time to track back. What about you, John?
Again, it depends what situation you're in. Whether you're in a position where your team's dominating the play and you want to waste a bit of time, or you kind of want to get out a little bit quicker to give your team an opportunity to get more points on the board.
Well, that's it. You know, we spoke about the bigger book of tactics. That's one tactic now. That's one tactic now, that if you are the only player left in and you do have time for that quick reset, it's better for all players to go out and try and get your up on that game.
That double throw there on Ellie, again, perfect timing there, allowing her to fish for one of the balls and the other ball just directly hitting her.
That's it.
Again, nice strong throw there from the Bedford Eagles girls. Four balls on the Rangers side, they've got a throw. Nice aggressive throw there from the centre of the court, leaving them with 2 balls left. What are they going to do in this position?
They're going to stand in. Oh, one's a standing.
Great dodge there from Meg, staying on the court really well. See, putting the pressure on there. Meg's decided to throw, and that's time, Greg.
And that's time. So Eagles take 11th point, heading now into the 4th quarter.
So again, the Bedford girls from both sides have 2 minutes now to collect their thoughts and try to apply some tactics in this last quarter.
Words being said, what do you think? What words are being said here at the...
So I really think Meg's trying to push the Bedford Rangers girls there to really get a point. I think that's what they should be aiming for now. It's more than possible. They've put themselves in some really good positions so far during this game. So I really think that it's possible in this last quarter. Bedford Eagles, of course, taking their foot off the gas a little bit, maybe going to bit of complacency creeping in there, may allow the Bedford Rangers girls to maybe get a point on the board. Whereas I think the Bedford Eagles girls there, they don't want to concede that point now, so I'm hoping from Charlotte and the experienced girls there, they're going to be reinforcing their tactics, making sure that they don't slip up and take the win without Bedford Rangers putting a point on the board.
Well, that's it, you know, Eagles have really got to push harder they have all game now. That, like you said, no silly mistakes, because as soon as those silly mistakes start coming in, that's where you start to see the points dropped, catches dropped, and counters not being made as efficiently as they should be.
Yep, so hopefully we're going to still see some more great dodgeball in this last quarter. Hopefully the Bedford Rangers girls are going to pick their heads up a little bit. They're a little bit down, but they should believe in themselves. They've got some really good talented girls on their team. Shane there in the middle with his Bedford Eagles flag. I think he made that at home today.
Sewn that himself, that one.
Oh, we've all got to do something else.
We've all got our hobbies. Dodgeball and sewing is Shane.
Well, I suppose it's better than making top trumps cards.
Oh, no, who would do that?
Oh, I don't know. So it looks like the final quarter is going to start here. Quick start there from the Bedford Eagles girls. Great throw there from Gemini.
Yeah. And I guess even from the Rangers girls, they can't be making silly mistakes, because that there should probably be a simple block from Ellie. Unfortunately, not just keeping secure as she'd like.
Good dodging there from Maisie with the ball, being put under pressure there by Meg. Emily turning her back there for the dodge. Just going to stay front on there because there was an opportunity to dodge that second ball. Aggressive block there from Gemini, making sure it's going nowhere near the players. Two balls released there. Maisie holding the one. Running counts there. Timing not so great there from the Eagles girls. Joe really needs to be looking across, so does Bedford, the timing of the throw. If a player's in front of the ball, they've just got to check their run just for that half second to make sure they're making that running counter at the same time. Joe going for the aggressive catch there.
Yep. I mean, when you're 6'2" up, you really shouldn't be going for those. So, Eagles now up 5-1 in this game.
Meg Shine again being forced to throw.
And it's straight out there. Straight out for invalid, obviously, in this game type. In this game variant, should we say?
So Bedford girls now go up to 12-0. Again, still going with 3 runners at the start there, so looking for a nice aggressive start, hoping to get 3 balls back and doing something with a quick release.
That's a tactic, you know, it's one of those tactics that's not used as much as a lot of the other starting tactics. That normally you see two runners start, and the left runner normally takes the 2 balls.
To be honest, it's something that I would expect to see from UK teams. We're used to running for 3 balls and having 3 receivers to release the ball. So why not apply this to the 5-ball game? It does allow for that.
Very much so.
Block there from Meg when running forward, keeping the pressure, staying static, looking for the standing throw from the front of the court, but misses. Meg's out there, not sure why, didn't see why.
I think for the hold on the ball, I think there's an invalid there as well also.
Fair enough.
She hasn't taken the walk for it, but...
Good throwing from the Bedford girls there.
Yeah, nice in-time throws, that's what you've got to be looking for, because I guess in time 5 balls coming at you.
Catch there from Charlotte off the toes.
Yep.
Ball boys working really hard to get the balls back onto the court for the girls to keep the pace high. Another hit there on Laura.
Like you just said, the ball boys play a very important role in this game.
They do, and it's something that teams are experimenting with. Again, Bedford making the final hit there, going 13-0 up. As I said, ball boys, ball girls, shaggers as they're called in Australia, playing a real key part now in the game, and teams are looking at maybe applying ball retrievers that are not part of the subs as sent to that to allow players to be able to concentrate. And again, will be really interesting in Euros to see what other teams do.
Yeah, exactly.
4 minutes remaining on the clock now. Again, Gemini going with that quick start there, didn't make a hit. Gemini makes the catch there though, making up for that miss hit.
And Ellie gives the block there. So Rangers girls, Gemini takes the hit, Laura just missing Gemini.
Oh, 2 hits there.
C caught unaware there. Beth knows what she's doing there with that throw.
Nice to see the awareness of players not switching off from the Eagles girls.
Yep.
Standing counter there. Sarah going for the catch, but it's just dribbled out there. Sarah just coming back from an injury there on the front, so she's looking to get her confidence back in the catching, which we've seen in training, and she's trying to apply that now and again. Hasn't had too many opportunities to catch so far, but again, good to see Sarah going for the catch and Bedford making the final hits in that game.
So Eagles go up now 14-0.
Just over 2 minutes left within this game. Bedford girls now will be really pushing for 2 more games. So Eagles girls have the 3 balls. That's still a hit on Beth, but the catch counts.
Yep.
So Beth can come back in the game. So very similar to a UK save there. Good dodging there from Emily in the middle, being put under pressure by the 2 balls from Bedford.
The 2 balls go to the wings on the Eagles side. Gemini and Charlotte holding them.
Standing counter there from the girls, mixing it up. Minute 30 roughly left now. Hit there on Meg.
And Gemini makes the drop there, a bit disappointed in herself. I guess that facial expression says.
Two players left on for the Rangers girls. Sorry, 3 there. Being obstructed by the line judge there. Good to see line judges here.
Yeah.
In the last game that happened in Bedford, there was no line judge, and I heard there was a few dubious line calls.
There was. So obviously, we saw it on the stream, so that was a bit different rather than you. Because obviously here we see the back line. So it's good, like you said, it's good to see the line refs. Oh, Sarah just fumbles that catch there.
She's desperate for that catch.
Yeah.
There. She's a player that grows with confidence. Just good running counter. Rangers down to 1 player left on.
Ellie pops that ball up with her heel, but I think
Looks like this could be the final game. I
Yeah.
don't think we're going to have enough time for a game if this hit's made. Oh, Beth here. Dix there just missing the hit on the running counter.
Yep. She'd probably be best off walking out here, I guess.
Few seconds left on the court now, and Beth makes the final catch. And that is...
Yes, that is time there.
Time, has Thomas called it? Yes, he has. That's full time, and the final score of 15-0 to Bedford Eagles girls.
Yep. Good game there. I guess the score in 5-ball never tells the story of how it actually happened. Rangers looking for the point there, and I guess they were trying to claw at every opportunity when they were up to go for that point there. Bit unfortunate, kind of at the end of quarters, not trying to, I guess, take advantage of a player up in some bits, but a good game nonetheless. Good score for Eagles girls.
Yeah, I think that they were looking for around about that scoreline, so it's good to see the players playing with confidence and doing what their job was to do tonight, was to get to win, to make sure they progress to the next round.
And the final score has come in from the referees. It is 15-0 to Eagles, and I guess we're going to try and get someone in for an interview very quickly.
referee has called a 15-0 win there to the Bedford Eagles girls. So Bedford Eagles captain Charlotte Sire has just stepped in, and Greg's got a few questions to ask Charlotte about their performance.
Hello Charlotte, good game there. How do you think you played?
As a team, very happy, just clinical, did everything we needed to do really.
Yeah. How do you think you played as an individual in that game?
Yeah, not bad. I thought that there was a few things that I can work on, a few things going forward, but all in all, quite good.
Yeah. Do you think this is a good start for the 5-ball for Eagles and the 5-ball, I guess, in general for the women for next season? How do you think?
Yeah, I think it needs to go 5-ball. I think it's really important that it does. It's more exciting, and it's a great start for it to be the Nick Pinnock Cup because Nick wanted it to go this way, and it's a great thing to have done for him, and it's moving in the right way, especially now with the announcement of the World Cup. We have to.
Yeah, we kind of said it that UK are kind of one of the only European countries, and I guess world countries that aren't really playing 5-ball at the moment. I guess we're, I'd hate to say it, a bit behind, I guess, in 5-ball game. I guess this is where England and other UK countries have to kind of claw back and get into the 5-ball scene.
Yeah, people ask me all the time how long we've been training with 5-ball, and it was about 18 months before the last World Cup. So we've been training. Bedford have been training a long time with 5-ball, so we've kind of waited for this to kind of the exchange of from 3 to 5 really.
Anyway, thank you very much.
Thank
well
you.
played. Thank you.
you.
I think we're going to get a Rangers girl in for John to interview, and I'll pass you over to John.
So Laura Burrows is going to come in.
Hi.
So Laura, how did you feel you played in that game?
No, I thought we played amazing. Like, we've had 3 training sessions in 5-ball. That was our first ever 5-ball game. One of our players only found out the rules an hour before we played. So you know what? We didn't win any points, but actually we got out players at times, and I thought we did pretty well considering the disadvantages and considering we were playing pretty much England. I thought that's pretty good.
Yeah, no, me and Greg mentioned in the commentary there, you girls put yourselves in some really strong position, and for only having 3 training sessions there, it's really good to see kind of the tactical awareness of your players already being seen there on the court tonight. Talk us through some of your newer players and how long they've been with the club here.
So we've got Rachel. Rachel was playing at uni, Bedfordshire uni, and we kind of took her away because they didn't really have a team. So she's played 2 league fixtures with us. So that's pretty much how new she's been. We've got Emily. Emily has been playing dodgeball before, as you know, but she took quite a while, quite a lot of time out, and she struggled to get her head around 5-ball rules. So I thought she did pretty well today. And then we've got Ellie. Ellie started dodgeball in October, so she was new to our team as well. And then C and Meg. No Meg, everyone knows Meg. But C played dodgeball the last couple of years at uni as well.
So you've got a really young team there, and again, you're playing really well in your league as well. So what's your aim for your league?
Well, I think we're going to finish second in our league, which we're pretty happy with considering it's our first year with a team. Next year we're aiming for a bit higher, and hopefully we'll get a promotion along with the boys being promoted at the same time. So we'll do it as a club effort. Brilliant.
Well, congratulations on your performance tonight, and good luck in the next round where you're going into the plate. So we look forward to seeing you at the next round. Thank you, Laura. So the court's just now being cleared up there. Real community effort here from Bedford Rangers tonight. Boys coming along to support and helping set up the court, and laying down a few dodgy lines there. I see Greg. But,
no, I don't know what you're on about there.
But
I guess in terms of community, you said it about the Rangers lot, but a big shout out to Bedford now in general. We've now got 2 teams. Leicester, I do not know how many teams they have, but Bedford, we're starting to look at a real community sport, because that's what dodgeball is, and I guess that's what the Nick Pinnock Cup is massively showing, that we are a community, we are a massive sport.
We are, and Bedfordshire is a strong area, just behind Leicester really, for the sport, especially within the schools. Now, I've been involved in the sport 9 years, and I've been involved with schools in Bedfordshire for 9 years, so there are students and kids out there that have had experience of dodgeball for 9 years that are somewhere out there in Bedford and are hopefully going to be drawn out through your junior club and are going to be playing the sport. And let's hope that maybe there's a third Bedford club maybe that can be put together, and then we're starting to grow like it has grown in Leicester.
Exactly. Well, thank you very much, John.
Thank you, Greg.
And I guess we'll post this up when it is finally complete.
Yeah, look forward to it.
Thank you very much. Thank you.